We came to Bodrum in 2022 and we fell in love. Stunning beaches, luxury hotels, incredible food, and prices that made it feel as a perfect beach destination. So we came back in 2025 expecting the same, but it wasn't. Prices have soared in just 3 years, making Bodrum feel more like a Saint-Tropez with the prices that matched. In this video, we intend to show you what is it like to stay in Bodrum in 2025, how much did it cost, and if we feel that it's still worth coming here in 2025. Just arrived to Bodrum, waiting for our car to be cleaned, and then we're gonna go to the hotel. We just checked in, and this is a 2-bedroom apartment and D-Plage residence. So you have the kitchen fully equipped, you have all you need, coffee, teapots, and all the dishes that you need to cook. And you even have the washing machine, so if you're staying for longer, I think this is good equipment. This is the master bedroom. It has a separate bathroom and then the big bed, and has direct access to the balcony. The second bedroom. So this one is more like a children bedroom. You have this big closet, so it's really geared towards the longer term. And next to the kitchen you have a living room, big comfy couch, and then you have a TV just across behind me, which is also quite big and practical. And then the biggest gem of this particular apartment is the terrace. I think it's close to the size of the apartment.
This looks nice.
The first price shock hit us at dinner that first night. For this fish and couple of sides we paid $80. That is right there with Californian prices. And at first we thought we got scammed, but then at the breakfast next morning we kind of hit the same situation. First morning in Bodrum, and we're now checked in, and this is the restaurant of our accommodation.
Food's here.
Yeah, so we just had our breakfast and we just calculated prices, and we were actually shocked that it's more than Paris. It's like almost a double. In Paris you have like $10 for avocado toast. Here it's like 25.
We were here 2 years ago and it was actually super cheap, and I remember we had some really nice meals and I was like, wow. Yeah. But now it's like the high end of Paris is like the normal here right now.
As the trip progressed, we've realized that some of the higher end places, including restaurants and hotels, didn't jump in price quite as much. It was mostly this middle restaurant segment that suffered the highest inflation. It's been pretty much staying at the apartment and at the beach club just next door. So tonight we decided to go to a restaurant, and we're gonna drive to a different part of the island. It's a 40-minute drive, and we're going to the hotel that's called Met Hotel, and they have 5 different restaurants with a panoramic sunset view, so we're gonna go try and find it again. And as we're on the topic of the hotels, here's some of the places that I recommend if you're planning your trip to Bodrum. We're starting with 2 luxury options, and the first one is Met Hotel. First time we came to this place was for dinner, and I was blown away by the views. Starting from the lobby, all the way to the beach area, to the restaurants, and of course the rooms. This is definitely a luxury option. As you can see, it's one of the most expensive in the area. But the service and the quality definitely match the price, so if you're looking for this special place, I definitely recommend Met Hotel. The second great option that is also a luxurious one and even higher up than the previous called the Edition Bodrum. This is the luxury hotel from Marriott that is located in the famous Yelikavak Peninsula. This is one of the higher end parts of Bodrum. Just like the Met, the first time we discovered this place was when we came here for lunch. This place offers a few different dining options and all of them are exceptional. So if you're in the area, I can definitely recommend trying their restaurants. This place is definitely the one that contributes to this Saint-Tropez feel with a price tag that matches. But again, if you are looking for some exclusive stays, this is a place to consider. Moving on to more affordable places. This one is something we discovered on our previous trip, and back when we stayed there, the price was actually 1/3 of what it is today, which is now puts it into the luxurious category. Back in 2022, this was just $300 a night with a sea view. And back then I considered that it was an incredible value for money. The rooms were very comfortable. We really loved their beach area. In recent years it got a lot of attention from social media and therefore it's much more popular, but I still feel like it's an amazing option to consider off-season or as a place to come for lunch. And the last is the little gem we discovered this year, and we really wanted to stay there, but unfortunately it was fully booked for the dates when we were in Bodrum. But when we were there, we got to have a tour and see their rooms in real life. The hotel is recently opened, and so as you can see, it's all brand new with this beautiful design, outstanding views from the room, beautiful beach area, and the nice restaurants to match. The whole place has the Italian style, and this was the inspiration for the design and atmosphere. And we really fell in love with this place, so I cannot recommend it enough if you're planning the trip to Bodrum. And now we're back to Met for our dinner. So we came to the Met Hotel, and the restaurant here is called Angel. They have a main restaurant called Attico, but it's closed for the season and it's almost sunset time, so we're just gonna do a quick tour for the sunset spot and then come here for dinner. Now at the sunset spot, and this is super close to Greece, and this particular spot has the windmills. Most of them are kind of broken or like half destroyed, but it's very charming anyway, and the best part is still the view. It's like a 360 panoramic view, and you have a sunset and then on the other side you have a bay. Behind me is the other side, and this is the sunset view. This is more typical for Greece. Historically it was occupied by Greeks. This spot with windmills was actually operational till the 50s, but then since it went in decline and unfortunately there's not enough financing to restore them. Such a beautiful view, and by the number of people behind me you can judge that it's a popular photo spot, and it's for a reason because it's just amazing. And now we're going back to the Met Hotel for dinner at Angel Restaurant. Got our order. We actually went with a selection of Met, so we've got 5 different dishes. I forgot some of them, but we have the waiter explaining it.
This is kemali, beans, nuts and basil, baba ganoush, eggplant and red pepper with olive oil, tomato, onion and pepper, sea beans, garlic, yogurt and chili sauce, green beans and cacık.
Also the bread. It looks so delicious, and I think we actually got enough. We just finished our dinner at the restaurant. It was all really good. We enjoyed both the dishes and the wine, and this is a place I can definitely recommend. It's been the second time I come here, and like in the common areas it feels like a really cool hotel that would be great for at least a couple of nights. So maybe next time I visit Bodrum we'll stay in this hotel, but so far I can just recommend the Angel Restaurant. It was a really good dinner there, and we're gonna call it a night and go back to our hotel. This was the second breakfast at this place, and this time we opted for the one that hotel offers. The price tag is a little high. It was $50 for the breakfast, but I must say there was a lot of food, and compared to the small avocado toast we took for the same amount yesterday, this was definitely worth the price. After breakfast, we made the most out of the beach club that is attached to the hotel. As I mentioned, it's a separate business, but when you stay at the plage, you got a complimentary access to the beach club. And if you don't stay in the Deep Plage, I can definitely recommend checking out the Azure Beach Club because it was one of my favorite beach spots in Bodrum. Time to check out from the apartment, and we're on the way to a new hotel. The conclusion about this place, we really liked it. I think we'll be back. There were some inconveniences because of the party that was going on one of the days. It's a separate business from this apartment's hotel, and if somebody books the place, they essentially can just run the party till midnight. It's impossible to sleep with that. But it was just once for us, so it was kind of fine. And I think during season it might be actually more frequent occurrence, so it's kind of hard to predict. The personnel was very accommodating. They offered us free breakfast and even ready to offer a free night, but we already booked a different accommodation, so we couldn't stay. And I think we will definitely be back. The overall beach area, I definitely liked it, and I like you can access it without staying at the hotel because it's a separate beach club, but if you're staying at the hotel, it's free for you. The rooms were quite big. They were rather comfortable, but it has a lot of equipment in the kitchen. The kitchen is quite big, so we could cook our meals and stay here and enjoy the place. I think it's about like 3 or 4 years that this place was open, so you can obviously see wear and tear is like usual, but it's not too much. And right now we are off to the next hotel, and we're going to pass by a nice coffee place on the way. See you there. Avocado toasts and one roll, and I'm about to try. We just finished our lunch at Voi. This is how I think you pronounce it. Very European/Australian kind of coffee shop. Taste ingredients, rich flavors. Definitely recommended. Coffee, I would give it 8 out of 10. For me personally, it was a little too roasted. This is personal preference. It's great coffee. And they have open terrace, they have inside sittings, and now it's very warm. We're right in the middle of the day. And then I think in the morning, the cool spot would be this open air terrace. So remember the address. We're now off to check in our hotel number 2 that is called Hearts. We just checked in and got our welcome drink. Hearts Hotel is my longtime favorite. We've stayed here all the 3 times that we've been to Bodrum. I like their minimalistic but spacious room. The views are very beautiful, the beach area is very comfortable, and it just has this secluded feel that is really nice. Not to mention their cool art all over the hotel, from this giant yellow rhino statue in the lobby to the holographic Batman portrait and all the other pieces sprinkled all over the place. This is the perfect addition to the list of hotel recommendations I mentioned earlier. We're going to this restaurant that we tried last time, and it was kind of our favorite restaurant in the area. It's called Sakhalin Bodrum, and we're going there for dinner. Hopefully the first impressions gets confirmed by the second great impression. Let's go. We arrived to the place, but we're a little too early because I thought it was like 30-minute drive, and it's actually 10. So we came to the place. It's called Yalikavak Marina, and this is where like all these fancy shops and restaurants are located. And ours opening in about 20 minutes, so we're just like making a tour. And This is also like, because it's marina, you have like a bunch of this super expensive yachts, and you cannot go closer because it's like guarded, I guess, so that people don't jump on the yachts unauthorized. But anyway, it's a really pretty place, and now it's almost sunset. Well, it's like pre-sunset, so it's a nice sunny weather and like fresh breeze, so it's a nice walk. We got to Sakhalin behind me. They're about to open, and let's go in. We got our water. We ordered a lot of fish and vegetables. We got octopus, sushi. No, let's try. So far all the dishes we ordered are really great. We just finished and everything was just as delicious as I remember it, so it wasn't one hit wonder. The second time it was just as good. What was your favorite dish?
All of it. I mean, we had the fish, we had the octopus, and we had the sushi, so there's a theme. But then the vegetables at the end, it was almost like dessert, so we ordered another one.
Then we'll see if we actually have room for a real dessert. And the memory from last time, I had this tiramisu that looked like caviar. So we finished our dinner, and we've got the complement of coconut sake. And I usually don't like sake, but this one is really good. This was one of the places where we actually were not surprised by the price change, because it almost stayed the same. It was consistently good, and if you were in Bodrum, you should definitely check this place because it's delicious. First morning in the Arts Hotel, and we're going for the breakfast. We spent most of the morning on the beach just enjoying the sun and the sea. They have this huge deck, so there's plenty of space, and they have an amazing swim area, so it was a perfect morning. The UV index is very high, and we decided to take a break and go for lunch. We chose the hotel that's called Edition. They have several restaurants and it's just nearby, so we're gonna go check it out. We're at Edition waiting for the buggy to go downstairs. Oh my god, it's huge. It is. Best pizza you've ever ate? We enjoyed our lunch. The mushroom pizza wasn't our favorite, but the lahmacun was on point and their coffee was delicious. The prices are a little higher here, and when you know the prices per room and also take a tour of their beach area, this is something you would expect. And speaking of the beach area, they have a deck, the beach, and the swimming pool. Even though this one looks really nice, I still preferred the beach club of Villa d'Azur from our first hotel. So that's a tour of Edition Bodrum, and we're going back to the Arts Hotel. Restaurant, and we ordered the risotto, and it's big enough for two, so this is our dinner for tonight. Isola Restaurant is another one from the Met Hotel, and it was just as delicious as the Angel, so I definitely recommend trying it. And as we were next to our favorite sunset spot, we couldn't resist capturing a few more shots in this beautiful location. Did you order just Americano?
I did, yeah.
The trip came to an end. We're checking out. We've got about 10 minutes before going to the reception. So this was the third time we stayed in this hotel, and I mean, I still like it. There's a lot of controversial reviews from different people. The big disclaimer, I think, is that we're at the end of the season, so one of the biggest complaints is the beach club next door that plays loud music. But compared to some of the other hotels, this one is well soundproof, especially when you close like the balcony door. I can imagine that if it's like super loud music into the night, it's probably still bothering. But anyway, stayed 3 times, had a good experience all 3 times. We always try to get the room at the beginning so that you have like the best view, and the higher obviously the better. And yeah, I mean, it's just anytime we stay here it feels like home, it's comfortable, like big rooms, and overall we liked it. Now just gonna pack up and head to the airport, maybe stop for lunch on the way. As we had a few more hours before our flight, we decided to check a couple more places, and Boho Bakery was one of these unique finds on the way. We really enjoyed their creative pastry, and they also had a very delicious coffee. So if you're looking for something unique in the Bodrum area, definitely check out the Boho Bakery. The last gastronomic discovery on this trip is the third place from the Met Hotel, the restaurant from their beach club called The Folly. This place offers Italian dishes, and we love pasta, so this is what we ordered, and it didn't disappoint. Lunch at Met Hotel's Folly was our last taste of Bodrum. And so now that this trip is over, it's time to answer the question we asked in the beginning: is it still worth coming here in 2025? So here's the final prices that we paid for accommodation, restaurants, and moving around. It's definitely a very high price tag for a week-long vacation, and it's double the price of what we paid just 2 years ago. With all this said, Bodrum is still a really nice destination. Just know that it's gonna feel more like a luxury destination than something that you would expect from Turkey a few years ago. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.